All right, if you're running a small or medium-sized business right here in Utah, you're going to want to listen up. We're diving into a topic that, let's be honest, can feel pretty overwhelming, but it's also absolutely crucial for your survival. I'm talking about cybersecurity. Today, we're building the essential playbook you need, for when things go wrong online. Let's jump right in.
Okay, let's just start with this number. Let it sink in for a second. $4.45 million. According to IBM, that's what a data breach costs the average company in 2024. Now, for most of us running SMBs, a hit like that, well, it isn't just a bad quarter. That's lights out. Game over. That's the kind of risk we're dealing with.
Yeah, that number is terrifying, I get it. But I want you to look at this quote. This is our goal today. We're going to turn that recurring pain, that constant worry about cyber threats, into repeatable wins. We're going to flip the whole script. See, with the right plan in place, a crisis doesn't have to break you. It can actually become an opportunity to get stronger, smarter, and a whole lot more resilient.
Okay, first up, the unseen business threat. It's easy to think of this stuff as some abstract IT problem, something for the tech folks to worry about, but it's not. These threats are real, and they're aiming right at your revenue, your reputation, your entire business.
And here's the thing. The bad guys aren't standing still. The whole threat landscape is growing. They're using what's called hybrid cyber operations. Sounds complicated, right? But all it really means is that they're getting smarter, more creative. They'll mix and match tactics to catch you off guard. Maybe it's a super convincing fake email to an employee combined with some malware that slips through an old, unupdated piece of software. It's constantly changing, which means we have to be ready.
Okay, so enough doom and gloom, right? Let's talk about the solution. It's your cyber defense playbook. We're talking about creating an incident response plan, or an IRP. And please, don't think of this as some boring document that's just going to sit on a shelf collecting dust. No way. This is your game plan, your strategic guide for when a crisis hits.
So, what exactly is an incident response plan? Well, it's pretty simple, really. It's a clear, documented plan that spells out exactly who does what when a security breach happens. I love this analogy. Think of it like a fire drill, but for a data breach. You don't wait for the fire to figure out where the exits are, right? Same idea. You practice, you prepare, so when that digital alarm bell starts ringing, nobody panics. Everyone just knows their job and gets to work.
And the reasons to have one? Man, they are huge. A solid IRP isn't just about damage control. It's what keeps that scary $4.5 million number from becoming your reality. Plus, for all of us here in Utah, this is critical. It helps make sure you're following our state's specific regulations so you can avoid those really nasty fines. At the end of the day, it's all about building a tougher, more resilient business.
All right, you're probably thinking, this sounds great, but how do I actually build one? Well, that's what we're getting into right now. Here it is, the 6-step response plan. This is the heart of your playbook. And trust me, it's way more achievable than you think. So here's the whole cycle laid out. We've got preparation, identification, containment, eradication, recovery, and finally, lessons learned. The key thing to see here is that it's a loop, it's a cycle. The goal is to get a little bit stronger, a little bit smarter, every single time. So let's dive into that first and maybe most important step.
Step 1, preparation. This is the foundation for everything else. This is where you actually write the playbook, sure, but way more importantly, it's where you train your team. Because let's face it, your people are your first and best line of defense. And here's a quick win for you. Keep that training fresh. Don't just do it once. Regularly update it with new, real-world scenarios. A team that's prepared can often stop an attack before it even really starts. Okay, so you're prepared. Next up is identification. When a breach happens, you are literally racing against the clock. The faster you can spot an intruder in your systems, the less damage they can do. It's that simple. And that's why this quick win is so powerful. Doing a breach simulation every quarter. It's not just practice. You're building muscle memory for your team so they react instantly without even having to think about it. The moment you've identified a threat, your very next move is containment. The goal here is to stop the bleeding. Think of it like a fire. You have to prevent it from spreading to the rest of the building. And the absolute best way to do that? Isolate the affected systems immediately. Look, one infected computer is a problem you can handle. Your entire network going down, that's a catastrophe.
So you've contained it. Now it's time for eradication. And this is more than just cleaning up, It's about getting in there and surgically removing the root cause of the problem for good. And you want to know the best quick win here?
It's one of the simplest things you can do. Keep your software patched and up to date. Seriously, that alone closes so many of the digital doors that hackers are looking for.
All right, now we're on to recovery. The mission here is to get your business back online, plain and simple. This means very carefully restoring everything from clean, trusted backups. But, and this is a big but, you can't just relax yet. The quick win here is super important. Monitor your systems like a hawk after your backup, just to make sure the threat is truly 100% gone.
And that brings us to the final step, the one that makes the whole cycle so powerful: lessons learned. Remember that quote from the beginning? This is where you turn that pain into a win. After everything is calmed down, you get the team together and you do a postmortem. What happened? What did we do right? What could we have done better? This is not about pointing fingers. It's about making your playbook and your whole business that much stronger for next time.
So, that's the playbook. But now I want to bring it home for you. Let's talk about what you can do right now, as soon as this is over, because your first moves are the ones that really matter.
So start with this question. Just think about it for a second. What are your most critical assets? I mean, what's the data you absolutely cannot afford to lose? Is it your customer list, your financial records, maybe some unique product designs? The thing is, you can't protect what you haven't identified. You got to know what's most important. And then ask yourself this. Be really honest about it. What resources do you already have? Do you have an IT person even if they're part-time? What tools are you already using? You have to know your starting line before you can draw a map to the finish line.
So, what's next? Here it is, your implementation plan, boiled down to just 3 simple, manageable steps. Number 1, start developing your IRP. Just start. Number 2, get that first training session on the calendar for your team. And 3, pick a date to test your plan. That's it. Simple, clear, and totally doable.
So I'm going to leave you with this one final thought to chew on. In the world we live in today, it's really not a question of if your business is going to face a cyber incident, it's just a matter of when. So the only question left is, will you be ready?